Please maintain a social distance while in the marquee. Please wear your face mask if you are unable to maintain social distance. Not long to wait now. Your graduation celebration will begin in 5 minutes. Not long to wait now. Your graduation celebration will begin in 2 minutes.
I declare the celebration open.
A very warm welcome to all of you gathered here today as we celebrate the achievements of our students who are graduating this summer. This is not a normal degree ceremony, but then these are not normal times. The global pandemic has affected all of our lives in ways that we could never have imagined only 18 months ago. You have adapted, you have persevered, you have shown more resilience, ingenuity and tenacity than any graduating cohort before you, and we are proud that you have overcome all of the challenges to achieve your degrees. Graduations are a defining moment in the university's calendar, and your graduation is a defining moment in your lives. It is a moment that we, as a university, could not let pass without the celebration and the recognition that it deserves. This summer, we are one of only a few universities that are holding any kind of graduation celebrations on campus. And the events and activities we are hosting today demonstrate the value we place on you and your achievements. We hope that you will enjoy this opportunity to be reunited with each other, to share your success with friends and family, to put on your robes, to recognize and reflect on your achievements, and to show your appreciation for all those who have supported you during your studies. And this feels like an appropriate moment to ask you all to thank your friends and families and all of those who have supported you to get to this point in your degrees. This may not be an ordinary graduation ceremony, but this has not been an ordinary year. During the pandemic, the university community has stepped up and played its part in the nation's response to the crisis. Our researchers have developed new tests to detect COVID, new medical interventions for those suffering from it, and we have contributed to the understanding of the disease so that we might better deal with it. You have all played a part. Many of you have supported vulnerable members of the community in Selly Oak and in your own communities further afield, distributing food and medicine to those most in need, volunteering in hospitals, helping neighbours. You are extraordinary people, and we are here to celebrate your achievements. You came to the University of Birmingham because you wanted to come to a great place of learning. You wanted to test yourselves, and you wanted to equip yourselves for the next phase of your life. Your experience will have not been what you were expecting, but you stand here today having overcome all barriers and having achieved your goals. While you've studied with us, you have enriched our community, made new friends, and explored new horizons. As you graduate this summer, you graduate as an enriched person, someone of high achievement, someone who has tested themselves and succeeded. These degree celebrations in the Green Heart are a first in what is a university of firsts. This was the first campus university, the first to incorporate a medical school, the first to allow women to take medical degrees and to create a women's hall of residence. More recently, we were the first university to open a secondary school and the first to establish a Pillar 2 testing laboratory for COVID-19. Perhaps today represents a first for you. Let me particularly congratulate those of you who are the first in your families to graduate. Others of you will have been the first in your family to study in this country, or maybe the first to achieve a postgraduate qualification. Some of you today may even be the first to make a particular discovery in your area of doctoral research. You are all among the first to graduate through a global pandemic. You have each overcome challenges that few others have faced before, and you'll have stories of what that has meant for you. Today is, after all, a day to tell stories, the individual stories of each of you, the students of all ages, backgrounds, and nationalities who animate our great university. Each of you gathered here represents an individual chapter written into the history of this university. All of you will have your own unique and personal account of what it has taken for you to get here and the challenges that you have faced. And each of you can feel extraordinarily proud of everything that you've achieved. You and those who are with you have many reasons to be proud. We share in that pride, and in that spirit of pride and of accomplishment, I now hand over to Professor Lisa Webley of the Law School.
Good morning to all of our fabulous Birmingham Law School graduates. Really well done. I'm delighted we've all been able to meet here today and for your family and your friends to come along to celebrate your many and fantastic achievements. It has been the most remarkably difficult period for you and for us, and we are extremely grateful that you were able to persevere and to be able to succeed. Many, many congratulations. Now, in an ordinary year, I would be reading all your names out, and I would have had a very sleepless night last night rehearsing all your names. And unfortunately, I'm not able to do that this year because we can't have you coming up onto the stage. But I do have the list of prize winners, and I'm going to work my way through those and announce those. We have a good number of prize winners, and that's because our law students are just wonderful, bright, capable people. And so I suggest that we clap right at the end when I've gone through the list, otherwise your hands will get quite sore quite quickly. So let me start. Our first prize is the Aitchison Memorial Prize, and that goes to Evie Hayward. Many congratulations. The second one is the Baynett Memorial Prize, and that's shared by two of our graduates, Heba Habib and Pankti Vidalia. Our third is the BP Supply Chain Management Prize, and that goes to Ka-Ching Chow. The fourth, the Charles McDonnell Prize, goes to Natalie Tay. The Gordon Woodman Memorial Prize is to Amelia Fletcher. Now, the Henry Barber Prize goes to a number of you. We have Alex Penny, Luke Millen, Lucy Moore, Adam Basinski, and Isabel Pickering. The J.F. Gregg Memorial Prize is to Anant Rangan. The Joan Barnwell Prize in French Literature for one of our Law with French Law students is Maisie Bevan. The Pettit Bursary Prize is for Alex Willis. And then on to our Kepler Prizes. For outstanding contribution to advocacy, Rochelle Jack and Emily Wilson. Outstanding contribution to pro bono, Abby Bowcombe. Outstanding achievement in extracurricular endeavour, Mary Connolly, Lunard Jewell, and Eric Conley. Highest achievement in careers, Norlia Padua. Highest achievement in Kepler professional development, Anant Rangan. And highest achievement in the employment law module, Arissa Tapper. And that, ladies and gentlemen, all are the prize winners for the Birmingham Law School community. Very, very well done to all of you, whether you won a prize or not. The fact that you managed to achieve your degree in these really unprecedented times is itself a testament to your tenacity, your resilience, your intelligence, and your capability. Many, many congratulations. I shall now hand over to our student representative, who's not really a student anymore, but a graduate, Anand Rangdan. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Webley, and let's hear it again for the BLS class of 2021. That does have a great ring to it, doesn't it? Congratulations on getting through a very tough degree, and stop me if you've heard this one before, doing so in these strange and unprecedented times. It's wonderful to see so many of you in person again. I'm honored to say a few words on behalf of all of us today. But before I get into my speech, a quick lawyer joke, because we might as well get used to them now. What's the difference between lawyers and accountants? The accountants at least know that they're boring. Jokes aside, though, this is an incredible achievement, and we should all be very proud to have reached this milestone. There have indeed been countless challenges, long study sessions in Harding and Franklin, all-nighters in the library, watching the words on the page kind of meld together, the 9 a.m. lectures and seminars in Hayworth and education, COVID, obviously, and not least of all, the endless Zoom calls of the past year. For many of us, there were bouts of anxiety and self-doubt, like in those moments right after submitting an assignment, wondering if you had actually answered the right question and furiously checking Canvas just to make sure, or maybe that was just me. But there were also many more highs. Most importantly, the lifelong friends we made here who played no small part in our successes. Also, those aha moments when, say, the Iraq method finally started to sink in, or remembering all the parts of negligence, and figuring out what exactly was going on in legal theory, or at least pretending to convincingly in seminars. But this degree taught us more than just the law. We were able to put our knowledge to practice through Kepler's mooting and negotiation competitions, or by working as research assistants for our leading academics. BLS also helped us recognize our privileged positions, crucially instilling in us the importance of giving back. My time in the pro bono group, coordinating our free legal advice clinic for the local community, and working on several other projects, was a highlight of my time here. I'm sure you all have many of your own unique and personal highlights. We should be proud of the ways in which we've grown at BLS, learning to be adaptable and not just surviving, but thriving in the face of adversity. These are traits that will serve us well in our future pursuits. But the truth is, our achievements are not ours alone, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank a few people on behalf of our cohort. Thanks to the wonderful tutors and lecturers who have not only taught us and guided us, but also challenged us throughout our degrees. Thank you to the law school and Kepler administrative staff who have answered our myriad questions, far too many of them probably from me. Thank you as well to the well-being team for their incredible support, especially in the last year and a half. You've all worked tirelessly to ensure that we had the best experience possible, even as you, no doubt, dealt with the challenges of the pandemic yourselves, and for that, we are truly grateful. Special thanks as well to our family and friends. As I look out at this crowd, I can see just how lucky we all are to have such unwavering support. We will never be able to pay you back, but I hope that we can make you proud by paying it forward. On a personal note, my own family weren't able to make it here from the States, but they're up at 5 a.m. watching, hopefully with a very strong pot of coffee. Thank you, because without you, without your belief and your strong and constant encouragement, I wouldn't be standing here today. I was going to end my little bit with a quote from some vaunted historical figure to really inspire us all, but I won't be doing that. First, because that's a little played out, but second, because I don't quite know how to reference Ascola style during a speech, and I'm really done working through that 60-page guide. Instead, I'll end by saying that this degree, whatever the final classification, is just a blank passport. It's up to all of us to take advantage of the many opportunities it presents. So, in keeping with our time at BLS, I challenge you all once again to go out there and find not just professional success, but to use the skills and values you've gained here and learned here to meaningfully improve the world. I have no doubt that you will. Congratulations again, and I hope that this future lawyer hasn't bored you all too much. Thank you, and all the very best.
So I get the worst job of all. I have to follow that. And it's always the same. The students are always brilliant. Well done. So thank you, Anant, and it's my great pleasure to join you today to close this celebration event and to see you in person, which in the jargon I've now learnt means you are roomies, not zoomies. I love that jargon. So as we gather to mark your achievements, you may actually recall the day you first started here. And it's worth thinking back to that and how much you've changed. Since that first day, you've met new people, developed new ideas, and overcome new challenges. You have grown academically, intellectually, and personally. And now, today, you are graduates, and you are alumni of the University of Birmingham. Well done, everyone. It's an enormous privilege for me to be able to congratulate you this year, perhaps more than any other. And as you graduate, you can be confident that you're leaving with something of real and lasting value, a University of Birmingham degree. It is a degree valued by the country's top employers, who recognise the outstanding education that you have been provided with. For more than a century, obtaining a degree from this university has required perseverance, tenacity, and personal resilience. As the graduating class of 2021, you have shown that perseverance, tenacity, and resilience in greater abundance than any who have gone before you. Many of you will have faced significant personal challenges, whether you recovered from COVID-19 yourself, spent periods self-isolating, as many of us did, coped with studying from home, or took on extra caring responsibilities. Some of you will have experienced the sadness of a personal loss. You will know the ways in which the pandemic has affected you personally, and you should be incredibly proud of all that you've accomplished in the face of adversity, as we've all said on the platform today. Don't forget the character that you've shown through all of this. Instead, draw on it as a strength. You have seen your way through uncertain and difficult times, so whatever challenges you face in the future, you'll be as well placed as anyone to meet them and overcome them. As you leave graduation today, you'll be going out into a world that desperately needs you. It's a world that you can help to remake, a world you can help to reshape, and a world that needs the skills, abilities, and commitment that characterize Birmingham graduates. The university's motto speaks of this, per ardua ad alta, which means through great efforts to high things. Your efforts have already brought high and great things, the degrees that we celebrate today. But your efforts will now take you to new places and to still greater heights. You'll test yourselves, you'll prove yourselves, and together we will rebuild the world for a better future for all of us. Today we also welcome you into the University of Birmingham alumni community, a community which is over 300,000 strong and reaches around the world, and I'm reliably told there are now only 14 countries where you will not find a Birmingham graduate resident. This university was founded with a clear vision of changing the city of Birmingham and the lives of those living within it. We have a long and proud history of philanthropy. Our founder, Joseph Chamberlain, set about raising money from philanthropists to build this university, and of course our famous clock tower, which hopefully will have some hands fairly soon. More than 100 years later, we're continuing to fulfill this vision of transforming lives with our fundraising and volunteering campaign, Birmingham in Action. It's an ambitious, innovative campaign which is offering life-changing opportunities for young people, regardless of their background, and is already supporting a broad range of groundbreaking research projects that will transform the world for future generations. As alumni of this university, we hope it's a campaign you can be proud of, and I would encourage you to join many others from across our university by getting involved, sharing its impact, and becoming part of it as your careers unfold. In this way, you will help change the lives of future generations of Birmingham students, students who will be experiencing the same feeling as you are now today. So wherever you find yourself in the world, you can be assured you will always be part of the Birmingham family. We hope to welcome you back in the future, whether that's for further study, to mentor a student, and I can't tell you how much students appreciate that, or to come to an event, or simply just enjoy the Green Heart as we are today. Know that we will be here to provide you with advice, support you, and celebrate with you as your lives and careers develop. So as we draw this celebration to a close, and you look forward to celebrating further with family and friends, let me thank you for everything that you've given to us and to each other during your studies. The University of Birmingham would not exist but for its remarkable students. Each one of you has made your own contribution to this institution and left a legacy for future generations. The graduating class of 2021 has had experiences like no other, and I believe you are now uniquely placed to question, to challenge, and to change the world for the better. I really hope the world is ready for you. So as you commence your next chapter, I wish you every success. We are watching you with pride and with great admiration. Thank you. And you're probably relieved to hear that I declare this celebration closed. You can get out into the fresh air. Thank you.